Alright, what's up guys, Vulcan here, and today, obviously, we are not gaming. We're making some picks for UFC Fight Night, Oliveira versus Gamrot. And at the end of the video, I'll explain why I'm making these picks and recording it as well. And yeah, let's get right into it. Start all the way at the bottom. And disclaimer, I am not like a super hardcore fan of UFC. I'm not that very knowledgeable. More of a hardcore fan of boxing. So, sorry if I'm too bland on my, picks. But I am knowledgeable enough to know that this fight night is pretty mid. It's not the best fight night. And yeah, we'll start off with first fight, bantamweight bout. We got Luan Lacerda and Simone Oliveira. And just like what I said, this is mid. This fight is like a pick'em fight. These guys barely fight. They've barely had fights in the UFC, and they've lost a lot. So I don't know. I wouldn't know who would win this. I didn't watch tape on these guys. I didn't, to be honest. I'm gonna choose Lacerda by a decision. All right, and same thing. I'm not knowledgeable in women's fights, so we're gonna have to skip that one. Sorry about that. And now we got into the heavyweight bout. We got Walter Walker and Muhammad Usman. Muhammad Usman, he's a very physical, strong guy. But he fights. I'd say he fights on the back foot a lot. He's really scared. He moves around a lot. But Walter Walker, though, this guy has shown a lot of good submission game in grappling and wrestling. So I'm gonna have to go Walter Walker by submission and possibly KO. Next fight, we got flyweight bout. We got Lucas Rocha and Stuart Nickel. I don't know that much about Stuart Nickel, so this is gonna be a really risky fight. Don't go off of my decision here, but I'm gonna have to go Lucas Rocha. I've seen clips of him. I know he had a pretty good knockout in the UFC Contender Series. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a knockout, a flyweight knockout. And yeah, these guys have the shortest reach. Obviously, it's a flyweight bout, and Lucas Rocha, I think he got it. He's gonna get a knockout. Skip this one. And we're going to move on to the heavyweight bout. We got Vitor Petrino and Thomas Peterson. I think Petrino wins this by a devastating knockout. He's a bigger guy, but his skill, it's that light man skill. I think he's going to get it done pretty easily. Next fight, we got the flyweight bout. We got Jafel Filo and Clayton Carpenter. I don't know that much about Filo, but Clayton Carpenter, I'm pretty confident in this guy. I think he's going to win by a dominant decision. This guy is really well-rounded. He has good wrestling and grappling game. So, yeah, we'll see a really strong unanimous decision out of him. That's the end of the prelims, and we're into the main card, I'm pretty sure. We got the featherweight bout. We got Lucas Almeida, Michael Aswell. This could also be a pick'em fight. Michael Aswell, I'm pretty sure he hasn't fought that much in the UFC. And Lucas Almeida, he's had, bitter performances in the UFC. So this could also, this is a pick'em. I'm gonna have to go with Aswell by decision. I feel like he's more maybe well-rounded and more focused. I haven't seen that much out of Lucas Almeida though. He's not really, focused. We'll go into the featherweight bout. We got Ricardo Ramos and Colin Offley, or we have the Volkanovski at home type of guy right here. We're gonna have to go Ricardo Ramos by KO. And now we got into the heavyweight bout. Mario Pinto and Renato Diniz. Obviously, as a heavyweight bout, anything can happen, but in this case, I think Mario Pinto got it. This guy is a UFC prospect. This guy is 10-0, undefeated. I think he's on a knockout streak. This guy is really deadly. I wouldn't be surprised that he will make it into like the top 5, like quicksand. He'll get there quick. So yeah, we're gonna see a devastating knockout by Pinto. We'll go into the welterweight bout of Vicente Luque and Joel Alvarez. Luque, he's taken so much damage in his last fights. It's like he's really good at fight. He's good, right? But like, he's taking too much damage. I don't think he has a chance against Joel Alvarez, who's really skilled. I got Joel Alvarez by a submission. I think he's generous enough to... He's probably going to knock down Luque, but not finish him. Just to not give him any more CTE. So I think he'll go for a submission. All right, now into the co-main bantamweight bout. We got Figgy and Montel Jackson. This one, I'm not sure if it's a pick 'em or if Figgy is washed, then it wouldn't be that bad, to go with Jackson because he's a bigger guy. But I think Figgy got it. I think this is a too huge of a step up for Montel Jackson. I think Figgy has obviously he has the skills, but he has a ton of experience, and I'm not gonna count him out. I'm not gonna count him out. I got Figgy by a very hard fought decision in this. I wouldn't be surprised if Montel Jackson takes it away from him. Now we're into the main fight, and this one matters a lot to me. Charles Oliveira, quick turnaround after getting knocked out at Ilia Topuria. And we got Gamrot, stepping in for over Fiziev. I got Oliveira by I'll go for KO. It's a 5-round fight. Gamrot, he's a well-rounded guy, but he's not much of like a dominator, you know what I mean? So I just feel like Charles is going to he's going to bring the fight to him, As you've seen from Charles' recent post, he's not Charles the Bronx no more, no. This guy is the Predator, okay? This guy is looking for some heat, to, let everybody know, give them that reminder that he's still in this and he ain't washed, But even though he's 35, I believe Oliveira, he's suffered a lot of, loss and wear and tear. But I think Oliveira got him. This fight's happening in Brazil. I think he's gonna actually lock in now, and he's gonna destroy Gamrot in the later rounds. Because I feel like Oliveira, he can get away with a few mistakes in the first few rounds. Just laying on his back, or his chin is exposed. I believe Gamrot doesn't have enough power to stop Oliveira. So I think Oliveira he's got this. So yeah, those are my picks for UFC Fight Night. Oliveira Gamrot. Hope you guys enjoyed that. But obviously, disclaimer, as you already know, I'm not very knowledgeable in the UFC. Take my predictions with a grain of salt, or a little more than that. I was doing this because I accepted a bet with my friend Rami Amer. Link his channel down below in the description. He's also a UFC analyst. He's more of a hardcore fan than me. I'm boxing. He's more UFC. So we'll see, who gets the most picks right. And who gets the most picks right wins 20 beans. And if you want to see his picks, check out his video down below in the description. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching that. Like and subscribe. Do whatever y'all want. Don't forget to check out Rami down below. In terms of gaming, sorry for the inconsistency, but I'm gonna get back there soon. Okay, I gotta get my schedule ready, bro. I'm so bad at this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sorry about that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you later.